Sometimes you come across people in your life that it's best to just let them go at any cost. Regardless how much money you may make financially or any other things that you may gain from having them in your life. If they are more a pain in the rear, want to complain, have no positive side on them, everything they talk and say is nothing but negative about things in their life, about people in their life. They just seem to be miserable. And they will put all the blame on other people to see if they can justify their miserable, to make themselves feel better. Falsely accuse others to justify their boredom, their miserable life. For whatever reason, they feel that they have a terrible life. Life is what we make it, and that goes for each and every one of us. You can say you have a terrible life. We all have bad things in our lives that happen. For example, I have, or had, no longer I have, solved the issue because I let them go. I have one client, and I had this in heating and air as well, that wanted their equipment, their service, their heating and air or internet service up and running for whatever reason. I had someone as a customer in heating and air. They sworn up and down they needed their air conditioning working, which I can understand that. It was in the 90s at the time. But when I got to the home, they have two units, one for upstairs, one for downstairs. The one upstairs is not working. Downstairs was working fine. It was 75 degrees. No issues. They had two bedrooms downstairs. They had a couch that folded out to a double bed. So everybody had a place to sleep in air condition. And they claimed that air condition hadn't been working for like 4 days. And they can't get nobody to come out and fix it. And I see why, in a way, why the other companies may not go out there, because their tone, their attitude about it, like drop everything and come fix my air conditioning. Well, we can't do that. And I told them, I said, well, I can get there the next day. Everything was going fine, but it needed a part. It needed a compressor. It's like fix my car. Well, it needs an engine. You just don't go buy one of them, and put it in, and change it out the next day. So I looked up and see what the compressor would be, and they said it has to be ordered. I went to 5 different places that carries the compressor. Nobody had that particular one in. But for some reason, they were not accepting that fact. They insisted that there was a compressor available. and I should go get it and come and replace it and get their air conditioning up and running. I said, ma'am, there's nobody in town that has the compressor. They wouldn't buy it. And it kept on back. It took like 4 days to get it there. But they were not willing to just face the facts that they just going to have to wait, which I didn't see the big deal because they had air conditioning. It was 75 degrees. Kids were sitting there watching TV, and some of us sitting at the kitchen table. I just could not understand why. Perhaps they had bad experience in the past with other businesses, but you don't treat person B because you had bad experience with person A. You don't take your anger and frustration out on B for something that A did. But so many people do. And it don't matter where you go in the world, what you may be doing, what business you run, or hobby, you're going to run across them kind of people. I have somebody had, not still have, I have in the past tense that just cannot understand that at this moment I have had a death in the family. One of my mother's sisters passed. I do believe that makes her my aunt. I do believe aunt, uncles, and first cousin, second cousin, all that. I never really learned exactly who was who. I just like your family. One big family. That's the way I look at it. And we all are going through all the legal stuff of the possessions and selling of the house and all this and that. It's a lot to take care of. And I can't just drop that and go get somebody's internet when they said it's my box that's acting up. Well, how they know? I said, check the GFI because on my end it said no power. They said, well, there's nothing wrong with the GFI. Go check the GFI. Let's confirm this. That's just like I cannot say it's not my box, my router or wire, because I haven't been there, put my hands on it yet to figure that out. I want to eliminate everything I can by using them as my hands-on. That's great customer service. I can't be there because I have a death in the family, but I'm still trying to get you internet. That is wonderful and great service. I could say, hey, I got a death in the family. I'll get back with you when it's all done. It may be a week or two, but I'm giving great service because that's the kind of person I am, because I understand when you need internet. But they just was not going with the flow like many people decide not to. I asked him, I said, well, if nothing's wrong with the GFI and it's my equipment in the box, get a drop cord and plug my box into the drop cord. Let's see what happens. It's going to work or it's not going to work. There is no in between. It's going to work or not to work. Let's find out. They were not willing to do it. And this went on for like two days, back and forth in text. And I said, I'll be out there tomorrow. Well, I'm still dealing with all the paperwork and communicating with my brothers and stuff about all this, and the realtor of the house and all these documents. It's just crazy what you have to go through. It's not the first time, but each one is different. They had the tone, the attitude, as if I should drop everything and come right over and get them internet. Sorry, I have a life. It has hiccups. I have to take care of them hiccups whenever they arrive. Family comes first. I don't care who the hell you are or what you need. Family will always come first. If you don't like it, see ya. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord will split you. That's why it's best to let them kind of people go at any cost. Of course, if I kept them and I did a thing as disrespect to family member that has passed, which I would never do. That's why I never went to check on the internet. I will not disrespect, dishonor a family member over anybody. After text back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and they realize that I'm not giving in. Family comes first. They say, you said yesterday that you'd be here today. Well, that was at 5 o'clock. Day's not over. Quit nagging to get me over there when I said I would be over there today. The day's not over. Now, perhaps you can send me that text tomorrow when I didn't show up today, but not before the day's over and saying said you're going to be here and you're not here. That's because the day is not over. It got to the point which I stayed nice and calm. I'm like, I've had enough. I said, well, with your tone of trying to force me to choose you of getting internet and me dealing with family that has passed, I'll see you tomorrow. They didn't like it. They said, well, take your time getting here. And when you do, you can just take your equipment. Thanks. I don't have to deal with you anymore. It don't bother me. This is a hobby. I don't need it. You're trying to threaten me like, oh, you don't come and fix my internet, I'm going to do away with it and you won't have this money anymore. I didn't need the money before I even put any of the equipment out. I'm doing it as a favor. I'm taking money out of my own pocket to do that for you. I'm not making anything off of it. But they tried to use that tactic as if I'm some big company or whatever and I'm all by myself and I need every penny as a business. Well, it's not a business. It's a hobby. I can shut it all down right now in every park, all 9 or 12 of them that I have, sell all equipment, and I'll just travel. That's what I plan on doing, but I just got in this accidentally because somebody needed internet and I was there at the right place at the right time to help them out. And that's just the kind of person I am. Somebody needs internet and big companies are not willing to help because you're too small fish to fry, they say. But you cannot let them people get under your skin. It's best to just let them go at any cost. Believe me, you will thank me later. Because say this person was paying $25 a month for internet. Well, that means now I'm paying $25 an hour, $25 an hour, $25 a month to not have that headache to worry about. I'll pay that every month. But I know that I'm going to take that equipment, bring it here to the studio, factory reset, reprogram it, and go install it somewhere else. And all this just went down today. They told me today to come and get the equipment when I do show up. And I've already got a place that I need to go take that equipment to and install it and get somebody else internet. So it's no skin off of my back, they say. I let them go. And the thing is, if they need internet that bad, they have internet. All they got to do is walk in the RV park. They just need to walk up to the office, game room or whatever, sit there at the tables they have in there, and have all the internet they need. I just don't understand them kind of people that think their wishes comes before everybody else's responsibilities. That comes up from time to time. My responsibility is take care of my family. You don't stand between me and my family at no cost. I will show you the doorway. And if you got too much of a tone and attitude, I'll help you out of the doorway physically. And be sure you can't come back in. I don't need them kind of people in my life, and you don't need them kind of people in your life either. Let them be in a group of their own amongst themselves. More power to them. Life is too short and too precious to let somebody have an attitude, have an ego, and think their needs are more important than everybody else's. Just let them go. And I don't care who it is. I'm not talking about some ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, classmate, brother, sister, mom, dad. You got your own life to live. Don't let anybody control your life. Now, if you're out there doing something terrible, drugs or whatever, then you may want to listen to your friends. Then their words have validation on it. It's for your best interest, for your own good. But if you're doing things that make your life better, then it's your responsibility to take care of yourself, not let everybody else trying to tell you what you should do. It's your life. You're going to have to wake up in the morning and deal with the consequences of anything that they tell you to do and you actually did it. Just let them go at any cost if it's holding you back from having a better life. I don't get angry about it. I don't fuss about it. I don't get angry about it. I don't lose sleep over it. I just tell them people, I'm sorry, but family comes first. And you're just going to have to wait. I was going to go out there today and see what I can do about the internet. If it's not the GFI, then I'll take the equipment that I have here with me and replace whatever. But when you keep nagging and keep trying to push me to come out there, when I said I was going to be there today, and before the day's over, you keep nagging, you're not here, you're not here, you're not here. You said you're going to be here today, you're not here. I still don't have internet. You still haven't fixed the internet. The damn day's not over. There's still 24 hours in a day. Just like heat and air. I've been in people's attic 2 o'clock in the morning working on their air conditioning because their air handler, the blower, is in the attic and it's hot as the Hades, as my mom used to say. And they said, big company said it's too hot to work up there. But none of them offered to come back 2 o'clock in the morning to work on it. But I asked the customer, I said, it is hot. I put a thermometer up there and it was 121 degrees reading within 10-15 minutes on the thermometer. It was that kind of hot that when you breathe in your lungs, you could feel the heat just build up in your lungs. I've been to Arizona, that dry heat, it's worse than that. It felt so hot up there that you sweat, but it was so hot that the sweat evaporated off of you just about as fast as it produced it. I said, I forgot the customer's name, but I said, ma'am, if you're willing to let me come up here, back up here 2 or 3 in the morning when it's cooler, we had the attic fans. I turned them all the way down. I think the lowest setting was 60, I think. I took my screwdriver and turned it down to 60 and just let it run nonstop. Pull all that heat out. I told him, I said, leave the the pull down staircase, you don't have to leave the stairs all the way down, but the first part you pull down, leave it open so it can pull in some fresh, cooler air, not air conditioned, but cooler air up into the attic, and then it can suck out the hot air a little bit faster than what the soffits were actually pulling in, because it was pulling in real hot air. Because they did have downstairs air conditioning, so it was kind of cool in there, even upstairs. And I went back there, I think I got there at 2 o'clock, and before 4 o'clock, the air conditioner was running. They did not nag. They were appreciative. They said, how can we get it fixed? Nobody else wants to come here and work on it. That's what I suggested, and that's what I did. I was back when I said I was going to be, and I fixed it. But some people just cannot have the patience and wait. I said, I'll be there Friday. And by golly, before lunch, they have called me 3 times saying, you said you're going to be here today. Did I give you a time? Did I say before noon, afternoon, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock? No. Then leave me the hell alone. I said I'd be there today. I got other things. I'm trying to fit you in on that day. I may be there 9 in the morning. I may be there at noon. I may be there 8 o'clock tonight. Don't let people control you. Don't let people make you feel that their needs are above everyone else's, even your own. So it is best to just let them go at any cost. Regardless what benefits you may have with them, let them go. It may not be easy. You may know them for years. Might have been elbow buddies. You might have dated them for 5 years. It don't matter. Let them go. You have to realize that there's going to be different kind of people that's going to come in your life. Some people are there to come in your life and show you and teach you for the rest of your life. There's other people that's going to be there for a season, that's going to just help you on a few things and then be gone. You got to learn to distinguish between which ones they are, and don't get them mixed up, because it can mess a lot up for your life. People that supposed to be there a season, you try to keep them there for your whole life or the rest of your life, they were not there for that. It will mess things up. So distinguish which kind of people you want in your life to make your life better. Some, it's just best to just let them go at any cost. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing if you hadn't already. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.